Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to take a look at the best controller settings for F1 2022. There are quite a few things you can do that will give you a better experience in the game and help you get better lap times. So if we just jump to the main menu, so now we're in the main menu, we're just going to go to game options, and then we're going to go to settings, and then we're going to go down to controls, vibration and force feedback. And while we're in there, we're going to go across to your Xbox controller preset 1, and we're just going to click on that. Press edit. Now we're inside there. This is the main place that you can change all of your buttons. If you're used to another configuration on another game, you can change it in here. So you can bind a button and unbind it. So just press A and then steer whatever you want. So if we do accelerator, I just press A and then I press right trigger and it will put the accelerator as right trigger. So the main thing we're going to do right here is we're going to unbind all of these to look around, because we're never going to look around, are we? I never use the right stick to look around inside the game. We're going to go all the way to the bottom. And we're going to change, where are they? They're down here. They are, there we go. So we want to change fuel mix increase, brake bias, differential. Yeah, so we're going to change brake bias. You're just going to click right to increase it, brake bias decrease, left to decrease it, differential increase. I'm going to press up to increase it, differential decrease. I'm going to press down to decrease it. So I'm going to use them in the game, which will give you a lot easier access to them rather than pressing B when you're in the game and then using the D-pad on the left. You can just flick that and it will change it for you. The next step is to go right back up to the top. So we go all the way to the top and we're going to go straight into vibration and force feedback. Inside here, all we're going to do is going to leave everything on. I've turned it down, on track effects down to 80, rumble strip effects down to 80, off track effects down to 80. And then we're going to change maximum wheel rotation down to 270, which makes it easier when turning left and right on a controller. Then we're going to back out of that. We're going to go into calibration. And now in here, the first thing we're going to want to do is steering linearity, throttle linearity, and brake linearity. We're just going to change all of them to 50. That means that when I press the throttle, it's less sensitive at the start than it is at the end. So we push it up to halfway to make it, when I just press it a little bit, it'll give me a little bit of throttle, which will help if you've got all the assists turned off like I do, that you won't spin out because it's putting full throttle down straight away as soon as you press it. Same with brake and same with steering. When I press the left on the steering, it's not just going to jolt straight away, it's going to do it gradually. So that's why at 50. If you like it a bit more, you can change it, but these are the three that I use. And then you've got steering dead zone and steering saturation. We never touch steering saturation. Throttle dead zone. These are the only ones you want. Throttle dead zone, brake dead zone, and steering dead zone. The only way to test them is you press the select button and it will pull it up here, and then you press any button. So steering, I'm going to steer left. Mine goes to minus 100, which is perfectly fine. Let it go and it goes back to 0. So I don't need to change my steering dead zone. But if you get like a 1 or a 2 or a 3 or 4 in there where it goes back, then you need to change the dead zone to match that. And it will mean that when you go back, your dead zone in the middle of your controller works perfectly fine. It'll go back to 0 and you're great. So then we're just going to do the throttle again. Press the throttle, let go, it goes back to 0. I'm fine. Press the brake, let go, goes back to 0. Fine, don't have to change in the end, but you might have to change them because you might have an older controller that has a bit of stick drift, a bit of throttle drift, something like that. But mine's a new controller, so I'm perfectly good there. Don't have to change in them. The only ones I want to change is steering linearity, throttle linearity, and brake linearity. So after we've done that, that is pretty much it for the settings for a controller. That's all you need to do. We're just going to press back and then back again, and then we're going to press save to control scheme, custom control scheme. Press that, it will save it, and now you want to make sure that this one is the one you're using, not Xbox controller, but this one. That one right there is the one that you should be using. And that is my F1 2022 controller settings to make you get fast lap times, make it more enjoyable, and you're not spinning out all the time. So give them a try, let me know what you think, and take a look at my other videos.